There you go. All right. So, dang. Now we're moving into your top 5. Should we
Top
pick
five, and I thought
another
I'd start it off right for you, Seth. I figure I'd double dip a little bit in the.
Yeah. Let's take a promo really quick.
Oh, yep.
And
We'll hold the suspense, guys. We'll find out my number 5 on my top 5 after this break.
after this promo, and then we'll just catch you guys on the other side. Stay tuned in. You're watching Shady Sports Network, our fantasy reports on Shady Sports Network. Hit that like button, guys. Please hit that share button. We'll be right back. Yes, moving into our top 5. Looks like YouTube doesn't like us sharing the other YouTube videos. Damn you, YouTube. It's okay. Yeah.
All righty, lesson
We're
learned.
showing you
Lesson
love.
learned here.
We're showing you love here, but it's okay. We'll bring our own clips in next time. I'll actually do some work and get it done.
You're
Do my
doing great,
own
Seth.
little clips. But anyway, yeah, no, moving into your top 5, man. It's a good top 5 right here. I think any of these guys, you can be confident in getting. So yeah, number 5, we got just starting right, like you said, double dipping back to back, sticking with the Lions, Amon-Ra St. Brown wide receiver.
Absolutely.
Now, why'd you go with him over Jahmyr Gibbs?
Full PPR. That's why I chose him over Jahmyr Gibbs. Factor, even though Jahmyr has the running upside, I think that Jared Goff and him just have too much connection. He's the dude. He's the chain mover. He's the touchdown grabber for that offense, and he's still the alpha on offense for the Detroit Lions. I believe in him. He's the primary source of point getting that they'll be doing, and it's shown from 2024 and 2023. I think that it's only going to keep getting better for him, and I guess it's more of my personal perspective on it, more so than actual stats and like numbers and analytic wise. I just got that vibe that he's just going to have another excellent elite season. He's hungry to get into being in the conversation of one of those top 5, top 3 wide receivers in the NFL. And for fantasy football, I think he's going to feast again with Jared Goff at quarterback, even with the new coordinators coming in. I think they'll lean on him a little bit more to get that offensive coordinator comfortable in calling plays first by relying on Amon-Ra to be that steady rock that he's been his entire career.
Dang, man. Yeah, I think I could see some big things coming from him this year. Yeah, so moving on, we got your number 4. This one, yeah, well,
Seth's first.
I guess we could see, and it all depends on what they're looking like this year. But it's really hard to tell. So many things coming into play. But number 4, CeeDee Lamb of the Dallas Cowboys.
Yep, I think with the separator here between him and Amon-Ra is that Amon-Ra they have a run game there, so the ball spreads a little bit more around, so less opportunities for Amon-Ra to really be predominant in fantasy football. Whereas unless the Cowboys somehow address it at some point this offseason, which I don't think they're competently enough capable of doing that because of the Cowboys, it's going to be the Dak and CeeDee show again and once again. So, and seeing that from what we've seen from those two, they put up elite numbers. They're super productive for fantasy, and I think that the Cowboys are going to do another season of overcompensating, which means relying heavily on their superstars, and CeeDee Lamb is one of them. So he's going to have, in my opinion, a top 3 wide receiver type year.
I can see that. I mean, he did almost last year too without all of that. So I guess I can dig it. I'm just hating a little bit, man.
Well, it's easy. It's the Cowboys. You don't want to see him succeed.
Well, yeah, and then they shut him down early and stuff like that. Like, well, we're trying to win championships here. We're not trying to see you shut down before the season's even over with. So that was a lot too. This guy, man, talk about a fall from great. Well, I guess it's not, not really fall so much.
Spoiler.
But yeah, so moving into your number 3. Well, let's see if we got some drum rolls somewhere, something. Do we have any drum?
Before we drop it, Chad, what do you think it's going to be? Who do you think it's going to be? Top 3.
Oh, wrong one. There we go.
Ooh.
Who do you think is going to be for the top 3?
Let us know.
All right.
Coming in at number 3.
I don't have any drum rolls loaded. drum rolls.
You'll tell us.
Justin Jefferson,
Mr. Gritty himself. Yes, I think the quarterback situation for him is irrelevant. He still performs. He's still the boss up there. He's still their offense, despite TJ Hawkinson and Jordan Addison. Like, that's the guy. Sam Darnold peppered him all over the place last season, and he just beating coverages and just putting up points and stretching the field. Like, I think he's just going to have another awesome season. It doesn't matter the offensive coordinator, the quarterback. It just get him the ball, and he balls out.
Mm-hmm. So, do you think if J.J. McCarthy's a quarterback, is still going to be just as successful?
Not as successful as last season, I don't think, unfortunately, but I think he'll still be an elite wide receiver. Where he ends up at totality by the end of the year, I do not know, but I think he'll still be an elite wide receiver in the top 5 at least at the end of 2025.
Okay.
But it'll be based off primarily if they have their quarterbacks in order, in order in the sense that, like, a competent quarterback play. Like I was saying, he could get through it, but like if they're struggling with running the ball and their offense in general, his production will take a hit. But if they do anything same or similar to this last season, I think he'll be more than just fine.
I dig it. I can dig it. I am, and I mean, shoot, I'll probably always pick Justin Jefferson, honestly, if he's available.
Because he's healthy too. He's mostly on the field, and he played every game last year, I believe, or mostly every game. They didn't pull
maybe only like
they pulled CeeDee Lamb, so
yeah, and they did it with Sam Darnold too. Made Sam Darnold look like freaking
Superman,
Patrick Mahomes out there. Yeah, so I dig it. I'm with it. Moving on. These guys, who do you guys have as your top 1 and 2? I think you can go either way.
This is hard to be said. This is hard.
I think, man, I think I like what you did. So yeah, moving on. Number 2 from the Philadelphia Eagles,
Super Bowl champ,
Super Bowl champion. Put some respect on his name, Mr. Saquon Barkley himself.
Yes. I had him at number 2. It's hard to argue his productivity from last year. He's just an all-around weapon, and the Eagles relied on him so heavily last year. I don't think the workload is going to be as high going into 2025 as it was in 2024. That's why I ultimately put him at 2, and ultimately had him there. I think he's still going to be effective. He's still going to be elite. He's still going to be a top 3 running back by the end of the fantasy season. But his workload production from 2024 to 2025, I think, is going to take a little step back, maybe to preserve him throughout the year, but also getting the passing game involved more, getting Jalen Hurts rolling a little bit more. So obviously, in that regard, his production will take a little step back, not a giant. I mean, even if it's just a little sidestep, but he'll still have an amazing year. I'm looking forward to in 2025. It's just that's why I have him here at 2 as opposed to putting him at the number 1. Because the guy at number 1, I got a feeling going into 2025 is going to be the ultimate dude for their offense, and he's proven to be offensive player of the year caliber like player.
Oh, definitely. And they're only planning to up their offense and up their protection around the quarterback, so that should help them out as well. And guys, you know who it is. You know who's at number 1 if Saquon Barkley is number 2. We got Jamar Chase.
Yes, Jamar Chase. I mean, I feel that T. Higgins is going to be gone by 2025, so he's going to be alpha over there in Cincinnati.
Actually, he had better stats when T. Higgins was on the field, so maybe they'll look to bring somebody else in or draft somebody else to help too.
Yeah, that could, and I think how the Bengals season ended and how offensively potent they were ending the year. I think they take that energy going into 2025, and they put the slow start behind them, and they just come out gunslinging and firing and putting up points left, right, and center. And I think primarily Jamar Chase is going to be the primary fantasy point getter for the Cincinnati Bengals in 2025. Like, I highly recommend, if you can do it, the Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase stack for sure. And I don't have any problem with you if in a full PPR, which is this rankings based off of, if you take Jamar Chase number 1 overall in fantasy football in 2025.
Yeah, I'm with it. I would definitely take him number 1 if I had the number 1 pick.
Absolutely, me too. So that said is my top 25. Way too early so far. Hope you liked it. If you don't or whatnot, let us know in the chat what you feel about in the channels. I'd be happy to talk about it with you, and I'd like to see your guys' also. So we'll bounce more of these off of you as the offseason moves along, as we get closer to the fantasy football season. But as of right now, this is just like an appetizer to get you start gauged and getting your own draft boards ready, where you want to evaluate players and where you feel like you want to put them on your boards to get you ready for where you're drafting in late summer, early fall.
Right? Yeah, it come up before you know it, honestly. And so, to recap the top 10, we had Derrick Henry.
Thursday's the combine.
Thursday's the combine, right? So we had Derrick Henry at number 10, Brian Thomas Jr. 9, Malik Neighbors at 8, Bijan Robinson at 7, Jahmyr Gibbs at 6, Amon-Ra St. Brown at 5. At 4, we had CeeDee Lamb. At 3, we had Justin Jefferson. 2, Saquon Barkley. And 1, we had Jamar Chase. Like you said, guys, what do you think about this top 25 way too early fantasy ranking from Justin? We put it in the chat. You can follow it. We'll get an article up on the website too. Check over Shady Sports Network on the fantasy reports tab. We'll have an article up in there with the rankings. Let us know how you feel. Like you said, it'll change. This is way too early again. And we're just, we're getting the conversation started. So we love to see how you guys feel about it, see what you think. And we'd love to see your rankings too, man. We'll get those on here and talk about those. So let us know. We are not biased here. We don't hold back. And if you feel we're wrong, we're wrong. Let us know. Hey, we're just fans. We're just some fans. We're not even a Jag. We're a Jan or Jaff, just a fan. You know what I mean? But yeah, no. To switch gears though, before we get out of here, man. You guys just had a big win. Big. I'll let you talk about it, because I was really ready to gloat, man. They pulled it out. And by you guys, I'm talking about, we do NBA on here as well. I'm talking about the Minnesota Timberwolves, and their big win over the Thunder. How'd you feel about
that was historic and amazing. I mean, I've just been basking in it in the last 24 hours. It was one of those games I was telling my coworker today too, like, I'm happy I stayed up for it, the whole thing. And
you had to watch the end.
There was a. I'm not gonna lie, Seth. There was a point in the third quarter there where I was like,
"Yeah," in the fourth quarter.
Am I gonna? Okay, all right. Let's do this. I buckled up. I took the lumps, and by halfway through the fourth, I'm like, "Oh man, they're giving me hope. They're giving me hope. Ant's doing it. But that whole team, like, they all scored. The starting lineup scored double-digit points. They all contributed everywhere. And my goodness, was it just awesome to see that sort of basketball being played. It gives me hope that, like, come playoff time, like against these bigger competition teams, that they can pull it off. They can get a win out. They can dig deep and dig in the dirt and not just fold over. I mean, it was incredible to see, and I love the type of player that Ant's growing into being. Like, he's building that team up and really getting his other teammates into the play. Like Jaden McDaniels had an amazing game. Naz Reid, staple as ever, and then not at the point guard position. It's just they're all playing off of each other right now. Hopefully it's not peaking too soon. Mm-hmm. It's not really a peak because they're getting their butts kicked in for the first half of the game. But, it's sometimes it's not always how you start, it's how you finish.
Yeah, especially in the NBA.
And last night, how the Timberwolves finished, it got them a dub.
Yep, and that's why they have 7-game series, best of 7. And Timberwolves are 2-1 against the Thunder in the past week and a half. So they're definitely rolling, and we'll see what's how are you feeling about this game against the Lakers on Thursday?
Oh man, after what I saw them do to your Nuggets over the weekend.
Ooh, you want to talk about that.
Man. I hope that Lakers team from the weekend doesn't show up against the Wolves. I'll tell you that much.
Luke is there to stay.
I'm optimistic, but I'm also like this is like I'm just a little worried. Just like oh man.
Hey, well, man, I will take.
I was not seeing that coming. I thought the Nuggets were going to take care of business.
I'll take 10 of 11 games. For sure any day, especially at this point in the season. And then we had a pretty good win over the Pacers too. So some East Coast smashing debauchery last night. Place. The Lakers lost. They were bound to get one on us.
They can have one. Like you said,
they haven't beat us since 2022, man. They can get one win. LeBron James had to go and get every star he could find in the world to try to get a win on the Nuggets. So you know what? People I was in the chat. I was in some board somewhere on Facebook, and they're like, "Don't use that excuse." And I was like, "It's not an excuse, man. Like, okay, yeah, Luka finally had the game he should have had 2 games ago, and finally woke up against a Nuggets team that was, a little banged up too, man, taking some rest days. So it is what it was. It's not the playoffs yet. They're not beating us in 7 games. They're not locking Joker down for 4 games. I'll tell you that much.
I feel you.
I'll put that right here. Like right now, let them play in the first round. They're going home in the first round. So
it's like they say, mess around and find out,
Yeah, I ain't worried. And, I'm sure Joker's not either. He'll carry the team to the championship this year.
Oh, yeah, he's keeping himself. From watching, I think he's got that perfect balance of, like, what he's doing right now of, like, keeping himself sharp for the playoffs, but also keeping himself sound and healthy to get to the playoffs. Like, he's not overexerting himself or risking his body in a way that could jeopardize the rest of the season.
Right. So I am in it to win it. I'm here for it for sure. So I'm looking forward to them playing the Bucks on Thursday as well. So we'll see how they do on that one. Gosh, man, it's been an episode. It was fun.
Thanks for sticking with us. If you're still here, tuned in, we appreciate it. Just make sure to like, subscribe, and follow, and spread us where you can. We enjoy you guys being here and doing this for you. Happy to do this episode. This was awesome, incredible, and looking forward on to the next one. If you guys tune in with us again on Sunday.
Yeah, and I know we had a little bit of disconnect on the YouTube channels. We had started back up, but get with us. We'll get the full episode repost. I'll get the full episode re-uploaded for sure. And then
it happens.
We'll get it on the website too. So we were trying something new, some stuff we hadn't done, and figured out we couldn't. We messed around and found out. So we'll just keep.
So now we'll come back sharper, and they'll be like, "Oh, damn, we can't
exactly.
stop
We'll come back some better quick. Hey, we're trying to get better for you guys. So please hit that like button. Please hit that share button. Please subscribe. Help us grow. Help Shady Sports Network grow. Like we said before, head over to the webpage, Shady Sports Network, and you can find so much more. Along with this great information that we're bringing to you, as we did in Justin's Way Too Early Fantasy Football Top 25 rankings for 2025, just like we did last Sunday with our mock Way Too Early 7-round mock draft for the Lions and the Broncos. We're going to bring it to you, and we're going to bring it right. So I think everything we've been bringing has been on point and been hitting. So let us know if not, right? If not, you guys be like, nah, that sucks. I feel like you guys been quiet. Quiet means you're good right now. But hey,
we'll see. We always like to hear from you guys. And if you've missed last Sunday's episode, feel free to check it out. It's up there. You can rewatch it, give it a like too. And we'll keep rolling forward. We'll learn from YouTube, and we'll come back sharper and better, and we'll just keep polishing this off for you guys.
That's all we can do. Appreciate you guys sticking with us, like he said, and head over to the Facebook group, Fantasy Reports and Shady Sports Network. and chime in, guys. We're there 24/7. We got somebody. We'll talk to you. We love it. We want to talk sports, so let's talk sports. We got football, basketball, spring league starting up. Wrestling. So many sports coming right now, and
the European league's going on. I remember
the Italian football league's going on. CFL's about to be going on. They just had their draft. The Mexican football league. So trust, we got football, we got sports, we got basketball. Big Three will be starting up sometime soon as well. And the NBA is rocking. So we got all the sports that you need here over at Shady Sports Network. Check us out in whatever format you check us out. We got Spotify audio. We got the articles, we got the stats, and we got the visuals as well. So guys, come rock with us. We'll keep it coming for sure. Justin,
if you could check out the merch store and buy up some merch that we got for you guys up there. There's plenty of styles, plenty of options for you. If you like to do that, it helps us out, keeping things rolling on here, and you'll look good with it.
Right, and it's some cool gear. So check it out. Rock with us, guys. And yeah, we just keep bringing you unhinged, free sports access, and that's what we try to do. That. So that's the first thing and foremost. We're not charging subscription fees,
absolutely
access. So keep rocking with us, and we'll keep bringing it, guys. Keep it growing. So if nothing else, you guys have a great night.
Good night, everybody.
I'm a game changer. I'm a game changer. I'm a game changer. I'm a game changer. I'm a game changer.